Okay, so a couple of things that you need to be thinking about here, right? I had the good fortune of spending some time with a guy called Robert Herjavec. I know that Robert Herjavec is one of the sharks on the American Shark Tank show. And it's really weird. For last year, for about 2 months, we ended up speaking on this at the same conference, 3 conferences together. Same conference. So I've got, we're bumping into each other 3 times, and I was fortunate enough to be able to have a conversation and talk about some really cool stuff that he's working on. But I also got to pick his brains about just focus and philosophy and business. And one of the things he said to me, I said, look, if we were to break this down, Robert, the number one thing that people need to be thinking about in their business, and this is what he said to me. He said, in good times, sales above all else. In bad times, sales above all else, right? In good times, sales above all else. In bad times, sales above all else, right? That was what he said. However, we are in a different time right now, and we're in a bad time, right? We're in a time that is volatile, lots of uncertainty, lots of volatility. A lot of people are, there's a lack of clarity. There's a lot of ambiguity, right? And lots of complexity going on right now. Okay, so we are in this time. So the thing that I'm sitting there and where we need to be mindful is we have to come from, instead of thinking sell or sales above all else, we need to think this way. We need to be help above all else. That's the mantra that we need to have right now, is we need to focus on being help above all else. Help above all else, right? So let me explain what that means from a business point of view. As a business owner, us and the people that we work for in the marketplace, there are 5 very important things that we need to do in our business, right? We need to get leads, right? Lead gen, very important, right? Sorry, let me just make that a little bit clearer. Lead generation, really important, right? Number 2, lead nurture. This is what we need to be doing. We need to be lead generation, and we need lead nurture. We need to nurture our opportunities in the marketplace, because not every person is going to buy on the first spot. There are only 3% of buyers are ready to buy now. Ready to buy. 3%, right? 7% want to buy, but they need help. And 30%, sorry, will buy in 3 to 6 months. So we have a 40% buying zone, but there's 10%, right? Now this group here, right? 10% are actual buyers in any one market, right? So lead nurture becomes critical, right? Lead nurture becomes critical, okay? The third thing that we need to focus on is we need to focus on conversion optimization. So what does that mean? We need a sales process. We need to have a sales process that helps people out, that helps people, guide them through the logical steps to help them to buy our products or service. So number 1, lead generation. Number 2, lead nurture. Number 3, sales conversion. Number 4, we need to deliver outstanding results. We need to deliver outstanding results. Now, we just need to deliver results. Outstanding is something we're working towards, because if we're outstanding, our clients will stay, right? Number 5, and this is really important right now, we need to retain we need to resell, and we need to upsell our services. Now, think about your clients, right? They need to generate leads. They need to nurture those leads. They need to optimize their sales process to be able to handle those leads and help those leads buy. They need to deliver results, a good product, a benefit to the marketplace, right? They need to retain, resell, and upsell their clients. And one of the biggest areas right now, if we think how businesses operate, right now we need, so the questions are, the focus right now for us as business owners is we need more clients. We need more clients. We need to make sure that we have what is our average sale price, right? And the last part is we've got to look at how we have frequency. And so the retain, resell, upsell is here, right? Clients acquisition, lead gen, and lead nurture is here, and sales optimization is here. And then here we have delivery and profit. And we also need to package what we do, right? So we need more clients, we need to improve our average sale, and we need frequency. Those are the three things that we need in business. 3 ways to grow your business: generate more clients, increase the average sale, make sure you keep your customers, make sure you resell and upsell your clients. That's what we need to do. Avery, good to see you here. Nice to have you here on the call, right? So right now, this is the game that we're playing. Right now in our business, we're focusing on 3 things, these 3 things: the client thing, lead gen, lead nurture, sales optimization, right? But in this area, the big question is how is your offer, right? What is your offer right now? What is your offer, right? And how does your offer help clients now, right? What do your clients need right now? Right? Now, if you say they need leads, that's the wrong answer, right? Because you can give them leads, but if they haven't changed the way they do business, they're not going to be able to capitalize on those leads, right? Because if you came to, in my world, in our agency and said, hey, we want to bring you more patients, well, right now, all our clinics are shut down, so bringing us more patients isn't going to help us, right? We need ways to let people know that we're still in practice. We need ways to be able to communicate virtually. We need to look at a way in which we can pivot the way we do business. We need to look at a way where we can get transactions online. We need to look at a way where we can do consultations in a virtual world. That's what chiropractors need. That's what physical therapists need. That's what osteopaths need, acupuncturists needs. Anybody, a podiatrist needs, an optometrist needs. All these people that have had to shut down their businesses to be in business right now, to stay in business right now, they have to pivot their offer. They have to pivot the way their customers buy. They have to pivot the way their customers transact. They have to pivot the way that they deliver their service. So if I went to a physical therapist right now, right, I need to go and I can't say to them, hey, let me bring you more patients right now, because he's sitting there saying, all my patients have left. The people that know me have left. I can't, I'm screaming right now, right? So this is why the question is, what is your offer, right? And how does your offer help people where they are now? How does your offer help people where they are now? right? That's the question you have to answer. And right now, people's attitude is this, right? Right now, they need, they need to be safe, right? And right now, they need security. And right now, they need some belonging, right? But right now, this is where businesses are. Right now, this is where businesses are operating. They're operating the security mode, right? Got to keep my people employed, got to keep my doors open, got to manage my cash flow, got to, what am I doing? What have I got to do out there? But the problem with this is these people right now, they need to be focused on connecting with the market. This is where they need to be right now, okay? So right now they're in security mode, right? Employees, got to keep my jobs, got to keep my business open somehow, got to, all these things are going on right now. And the belonging bit, right? They want to connect with their audience. They want to let people know that they're in business. They want to let people know that they can still pay. They want to let all those things happen right now, okay? So my question is, how does your message, right? Your message focus on this, right? How does your message keep them safe, keep them open? Because right now, the big question is, are you in business? Are you still in business? Question mark, right? The next question is, do you want to stay in business? Right? And you have three choices right now. Right now, you have three choices because we're here and we're going to here. And right now, this is our attitude. We're pretty pissed off at the moment in business because business shut down, we've laid people off, all that sort of stuff, right? So right now, there's this period, there's this window between here and here. And it is 2 to 3 months. This is the mini boom that's going to come. So the question is, do you want to stay in business? Are you still in business, right? Because you need to do some things here between now and here, right? This is the future, right? You need to do some things. So there are three things that are going on right now. There are some businesses right now, and let's do them in red, that literally have stopped doing business. Some businesses right now have literally doing this. They're out, they're doing nothing. Right? There's these businesses right now, they're doing something, but they're coasting along. It's going to take them a long time to survive in this market. And there are these businesses right here. There's these businesses right here right now, and these businesses are actively marketing. They are actively engaging with customers. There's this huge gap right now in the market, right? Some of you might have seen this before. I've been talking about this, but there's this gap that's occurring. This is the gap over here. I'm just going to, so the gap is here, right? When we come back into work in the next 2 months, right, there's going to be a whole bunch of businesses that are out. So if you're in business, you need to be ready. You need to be ready for the customers that are going to get back to work in about 2 or 3 months' time. You have to be ready right now. And so there are businesses out there that are staying in business right now, actively marketing, actively generating clients, pivoting how they serve their customers, that are absolutely going to crush it when this boom occurs. So the question right now is, what's your message? How does your message reflect, right, this, right? Are you still in business, right? What are you doing? If we think of AdWords, how is AdWords going to help right now? So services that are really going to help right now: SEO, AdWords, or Google Ads, I should say, G Ads, right? Google Ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, right? YouTube ads, big time. Email marketing, big time. Sales automation, big time, right? Copywriting, sales copy, web development, landing pages, and in the advertising category in here, one of the biggest things that you need to focus on right now is optimization. If you don't optimize what you're doing at each of these levels, if you're not optimizing in these levels here, if you're not optimizing your SEO, you're screwed. If you're not optimizing Google Ads, you're screwed. If you're not optimizing Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, if you don't optimize for conversion, you've got to do. So this is what's happened in the past. What's happened in the past is people have given a budget to people in marketing budgets here, and those people have taken those budgets, thrown the budget at the wall, and hopefully some of that budget sticks and generates some leads, right? You can't do that anymore because people don't have money to waste. They need to make their money work. So you need to show them how you're going to make their money work, right? You need to show them that you're looking at every opportunity to improve their engagement, improve their conversion, improve. So you've got to optimize your campaigns. Just like email marketing, you can't just, if you're doing cold email and you send out one email, if that email misses the mark and there's no response, what are you going to do? You have to send out a different email. You can't send the same email out, right? So right now people are looking, they need help. They need help with ideas, right? Okay, they need help with ideas right now. They need your ideas. So the question I'm asking you, and we can put this in the chat, right? What's your offer? Right? What is your offer right now? And how are you helping? How does it help? The other thing is who will benefit the most? Ash, are you still doing Facebook ads for events? Because let me tell you, the virtual event market is taking off right now. If you would, right now, people are desperately looking for you, Asha, desperately looking for you. There are so many events that are happening right now that are shifting to a virtual model. All right, yeah, still doing it, right, mate. Look at what happened. So Asha Specialization is running Facebook ad campaigns to fill bums on seats for events. I'm talking thousands of people in events. Right now, Asha, virtual events is the go. And there's this little tiny city called Las Vegas that shut down. Every major event organizer right now on the planet has to pivot to online virtual events, paid virtual events. That's what they need help right now. And right now, it's cheaper for them to run a virtual event than it is to run a live event. That's a big saving. But number two, they've got the capability. So to give an example, and this is just to how to fulfill your offer for the need, to give you a really cool example is when the shutdown and lockdown was occurring, there was an event happening in Brisbane, a city that's about an hour north of me, in Australia. It was 8,000 delegates were coming to the city. It was funnily enough, it was a tech event on how we're working in the virtual, how we're working in the digital and the virtual world, like virtual working, remote working, how businesses are running remotely. That's what the conference is about. They had over 1,000 exhibitors that paid to do an exhibition. They had 8,000 registrations for the event. They pivoted within literally, they had to shut down the event because they couldn't have people flying in from all over the world to attend this event. So that to close the event, they had to cancel the actual physical event, but they went to virtual. So they kept all the sponsorship. They set up a unique virtual trade show for customers to go and ask questions. And they had virtual presentations for each of the trade show providers that shared what they were doing and how they helped, and they did it all online. Instead of 8,000 delegates, they sold 15,000 tickets. They sold an extra 7,000 tickets within the space of 2 weeks, letting people know that they could go and do this virtually. This is the first time you can have a dynamic showroom trade show floor and virtual conference event with all the speakers speaking to you. And here's the thing, we're able to record the whole thing. And if you come to this event, we're going to give you the entire recording for your ticket price. Because remember, no more hotel bill, no more catering bill, no more anything. So they had 15,000 people come to this event, right? So they went from live to virtual using current technology. And how they got those extra 7,000 tickets they sold, or sorry, 8,000 tickets they sold, all done on Facebook ads. All done with Facebook ads to let people know, say, hey, if you missed this opportunity, we're going to give you the opportunity to attend. They still had held the price of the ticket at the standard pricing to come. They didn't change the ticket price. People still bought the tickets. But because they went virtual, right, it meant a lot more people could attend the event. So Asher, right now, people need to fill their virtual events. And if they're charging prices for their tickets, they can take a portion of that ticket price and put it towards ad spend. So that's a huge market. Karen, I help local businesses connect with their previous customers and prepare for the reopening of businesses by helping them generate more 5-star reviews with our SaaS platform. Karen, I'm not sure what the thing right now is with Google reviews, but I don't believe I don't think Google is allowing people to actually post reviews on Google, but I know Yelp and all the other services do. So your offer, Karen, helping connect with, so your strategy, there's two parts of your strategy, right? The first part of your strategy is you need to help your clients, let their clients know that they're still in business. So it's not about businesses connecting with their previous customers. It's about letting people know who can benefit from their product or service, that they are open for business and they can handle inquiries. So one of the questions I ask people, Karen, is can you handle inquiries right now? Can you serve your customers? Are you able to serve your customers virtually? Can they transact with you online? Do you have a payment portal? Do you have a product, or do you have your information where they can actually just buy and pay online? If you need an agreement, can you do the agreement online? To give an example, there's a fencing contractor who is right now super busy. He's been actually booked out for 3 months. Solid. Phones are still ringing. He's running Google ads to sell fences to both residential and commercial. He is, and he's doing SEO on his Google My Business. Those are the only 2 things that he's doing. But he's booked out for 3 months solid. Right now in lockdown for 3 months solid. So he is COVID-19 compliant. What does that mean? How do we do a quote online? We can actually use a Google map on the perimeter of your house, and we can actually quote on the measurements of the house directly, give you accurate measurement quoting. And we do that online. The second thing is you can sign your agreement online for us if you decide to hire us to do this work. Thirdly, we'll take the payment online. Here's the link how we take the payment online. Fourthly, to be compliant, we don't need to physically meet each other. When we rock up to your home and go to build your fence, we're going to ask you to come to the front door and we're going to wave to each other. Right? We're going to wave to each other. We're going to stay safe, practice safe distancing, but we're just going to say hi. And then we're going to get to work. We're going to build this amazing fence. And then we finish, we're going to say goodbye, right? We're going to say thank you and goodbye. So totally booked out. Now, guess what? His competitors have decided to shut down, lay off people and shut people down. He's hiring people right now, right? Which is killer. Yes, reigniting past clients, past quotes, re-engaging existing clients and building new client lists for businesses. That's a huge service, Peter. Absolutely. Right now, the offer needs to be right now. Are you putting yourself in a situation where you can still transact and generate business? If you're struggling on how you can pivot in the way that customers are behaving right now, everybody's online. Right now, your cell phone is the most powerful thing on the planet. If people can't see you, if they can't find you, if they don't know that you're in business, and if they call you right now and they need you and you can't respond, they're going to call someone else. This is that gap and that opportunity I talked about right now. If you're not in business right now, if you don't make it easy for your clients to call you, you're out. There's a seafood restaurant that I love that I go to often, and they've gone totally 100% takeout because they're not allowed to have customers in the restaurant, right? They're staying open by hook or by crook. They've not let any of their staff go. They've got all the kitchen staff there. Their waiters are doing delivery for them. I've gone and had seafood 3 times in the last week because I want to support them. I want to make sure that they stay in business. But every other business around them shut down. Like a lot of other seafood restaurants have shut down in the marketplace. They're staying open because they know, right, by staying open and letting their customers know that they're open, letting their customers know they can deliver the standard, the service of the product of their food to the market, and hanging in there, they know that when we get back to work, right, that those customers, right, that we're part of them going through this process, they're going to be a lot stronger. And these other restaurants, they're going to take time to open up. These guys are already operating, ready to go. Right, so they're going to take advantage of the opportunity. They are in this category right now. They are we're still in business. We're still marketing. We're still letting people know. So they're running Google ads for their seafood restaurant. They're running Facebook. They're doing retargeting. They're doing a lockdown special. So while you're in lockdown, you want to save your cash and preserve your cash. We're taking 20% off all our menu items because. Because they can deliver, it's actually the food cost and the delivery, the ability to deliver is less. A friend of mine owns a brewery here on the coast. It's a great brewery called Black Ops, right? Nobody can come to their brewery. They're a craft brewery. They're a great bunch of guys. Three guys got together to build a brewery. And so what they're doing right now is they're delivering beer. If you want to order a 6-pack, they'll deliver the 6-pack to you. You want to order a carton of beer, they'll deliver the carton of beer for you. They're delivering to their customers straight out of the back of the brewery, fresh beer. Right, for everybody. We're still here. We can still deliver to you, right? So they've had to pivot because nobody can come to them and nobody can buy the cartons of beer. So they're crafting. I think they're crafting a beer right now for lockdown, right? Lockdown beer, But what they're doing is they're letting people know that they can transact and buy online and they can have their product delivered on the day. They're trying to get those deliveries. If you put an order in, that you get the delivery now. Like they're acting like delivery drivers for beer. Right, for craft beer. So there are businesses right now that are being proactive. My question goes back to this thing, how does your offer, right? How does your offer help them right now where they're thinking right now? How are you keeping your doors open? How are you transacting with clients? How can we use some of the ideas or some of the plans? People want your plan, and that's what you want to go to the market with. You want to go to the market with an idea and with a plan, right? That's the way you're going to sell. So, any questions? By the way, just so I know, if you can just type 1 on the keyboard, just so I know that you're here and you're still with me. Just type 1 so I know that you're here with me. Okay, cool. Just type 1. Interaction here. I just want to know you're still alive and I'm not speaking to dead air out there. G'day, Don Ferguson. Good to see you here. Tanya, nice to have you. Jeff Lewis, good to have you here. Steve, as always, to have you here. Asher, awesome. Okay, so what I'd love for you to do in the chat is type away your biggest takeaway so far in what I've shared in the last 30 minutes. Biggest takeaway that you've seen so far. Things that you can use, that you can use. Just type in biggest takeaway, right? Just so other people can see what other people are taking from what I'm sharing. Help above all else, yes. How do you apply that? I'm going to talk a little bit about some different ideas on how you can do that effectively in the marketplace. Help above all else. What else? Biggest takeaway, cold email. Don't have to be cold. Absolutely, right? Don, your graph in the next 2 to 3 months, your energy, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that, Don. Virtual meetings, absolutely. Most businesses can do virtual meetings that are doing face-to-face. Real estate right now, you cannot go and do a home inspection, but a real estate agent can go to home and do a video and walk people, do a walkthrough and then ask questions, give perspective like that on virtually. Some real estate agents I've known when I've gone out have closed their doors. Like they're saying, at this time, we'll close their doors until we get back further notice. And then there are other real estate agents that are open, that are actually in their offices, and some of them working from home where they've got these big signs that say, we're still open, we still can help you buy houses in this time, right? TS, be persistent, be in business, virtual meetings, absolutely. Optimization for conversion, yes, Chris, absolutely. How many services are still needed? Absolutely, lots of services needed. Creating an offer that gives them a plan to be more proactive, yes, Hassan, absolutely. Asha, help people put on a build a virtual conference. Yeah, right now, like there's one of our champions who's literally just going through the roof and super busy. She specializes in actually facilitating a virtual event, a whole virtual event. So she has the tech, the ability to do breakout rooms, the ability to do multiple speaker engagements, the whole thing. She has everything set up and she literally just plugs it in. She's going to associations and say, listen, do a virtual event, use my facility. Now she charges $35,000, right, to set that up. Right, 35 grand, right? Like they are flat out right now with people who've had to cancel events and say, hey, let's pivot, let's make it virtual. You don't have to give the money back. You can still give the value. Let's make it better. Let's make it fun and let's do it virtual. Yeah. Right now, virtual event marketing and tech. So get this, in February and March, so March has just gone. So in February and March, Zoom, the service I'm on right now, more than tripled the number of subscriptions in the last 2 months than they had in the last 2 years of business. They've tripled the amount of subscriptions in the last 2 months than they had in the 2 years of business. That means that this facility, GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, Ninja Webinar, all the different video conferencing software right now, going through the roof, right? Why? Because we have to work differently. We have to communicate differently, yeah, in the marketplace, right? So understand, right, how does your offer help people where they're at right now? So I want to give an example. Remember I talked about these 3 areas of business. I want to give you an example of some of the things that you can do to approach markets. So there's a market right now. So we're going to talk about this resell idea, right? Resell and retain idea, these two things, right? So there's a market right now. There's lots of businesses, but one of the areas that is going to surge is the finance market. Okay. So, lending, banking, insurance, financial planning, risk management, asset management, accounting, legal. Just in this area, so when I say legal, I'm talking about legal finance, right? I'm talking about commercial structure, corporate finance, all that sort of stuff. There's lots of legal. So now, by the way, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 of 300 niches in this sector. 9 of 300, right? There are over 300 niche businesses in this one sector in the financial market. In fact, there's a little bit more than that, but it's about 300 niches. But this is only 9. This is only 9. And these 9 are the ones that are going to be impacted in terms of growth over the next 2 to 3 years. Now and the next 2 to 3 years. But I want to pick out accounting. So I want to explain to you, remember the idea of how do I engage the market? Yeah, cryptocurrency isn't doing very well right now. Nobody trusts it, Hassan, because I can't spend my crypto dollars. Can't buy shit with my crypto dollars right now. Nobody's accepting them. So cryptocurrency is very, very volatile at the moment. That's not to say it won't be back or won't happen, but right now everybody's talking about cash. They're not talking about Bitcoin, right? They're not talking about, hey, I want to make some more Bitcoin, right? They're talking about, I need cash, right? So I'm going to pick one business. I'm going to show you from this niche some of the things that they need from a service point of view in relation to where they are at right now. So I'm going to pick the accounting niche, the accounting businesses. So there's a couple of types of accounts. We have small accountants. We have medium size. And we have large. Now, the busiest guys right now on the planet are these guys right now. The large guys, very proactive. Lots of clients, lots of big clients. Right now, they're helping the clients with crisis management, financing options, taking advantage of different incentives, asset management, all that sort of stuff. These guys have got it made. That's why they're big. They're big because they've got their shit together, right? And they've been around longer, and people are looking for guidance and leadership from these people right now, the large players, right? These people here are good at what they do in the medium level, and these people here are good at doing what they do with small businesses. The area that I think that has the greatest capacity is between the top of the small level and medium. That's where the biggest growth is. So what do accountants do? So they do tax planning, or they do tax compliance, right? They do process audit. They do risk management. They do business planning. They do asset management. They do what we call superannuation, or what we call self-funded 401ks, or superannuation, and they do business structure. Now, they do a whole bunch of other things as well, but these are the core services that most accounting firms do. But here's the #1 service that most accountants do right now, right? That's one right now. But right now, the opportunity for accountants is there's all these stimulus packages happening right now, yeah? So opportunity, right? Government stimulus package. Right now, this is what's happening in the world. There's government stimulus packages right now, right? This is where accountants can help their clients, right? So here's the thing. Where does this have an impact, right? This has an impact on your taxes. This has an impact on your risk management. This has an impact on your asset management. This has an impact on your superannuation. This has an impact on your business structure. Because right now, businesses need to navigate of what they've got available to them or what they can take advantage of. And right now, most accounting firms are reactive, right? And what they focus more on is this. This is where accountants live: tax, compliance, right? What they need to be doing is upselling, right? And reselling their services. That's what they need to be doing, right? So right now, they need to be going out to their clients. And the other thing is they can't have their clients come into the firm, but they can do virtual consultations, right? They can get paid for their time when they're dealing with clients virtually. If you think about service-based businesses right now, we can do this. We don't need to be sitting there waiting for a customer to walk in the door and have meetings with us. We can have virtual meetings. In fact, they can have more meetings today than they've ever been able to have before. They can help more clients to do this. They can do this on a phone. They can do this on their computer or an iPad, but they can transact. The #1 thing they need to do is they need to let know, every accountant right now, the question I'd be asking for accountants if I was working with accountants from an email marketing point of view is, right now, are you educating your current clients about all the options they have to take advantage of the government stimulus packages they have available at a federal level, at a state level, and a city level? federal, state, city, local, county, or market level. At every level of government, in every Western country right now, they are offering stimulus packages to businesses right now. Right now I'm in a place called Surfers Paradise. I'm on the Gold Coast. The local council, this local council that is here on this coastline, is providing business incentive and funding packages to reduce their risk, to make sure their business is staying open. The Australian government just is guaranteeing 75% of people's salaries for people who have been employed for more than a year with a business that are staying in business. The government is going to pay 75% of your employees' salaries right now. That's a huge incentive, but how do you manage that? How do you apply? How do you get access to that? Right? Right now they're doing interest-free business loans, up to $250,000 in interest-free business loans that you can take over 10 years to pay. That's a huge asset. How do you position yourself to take advantage of those types of opportunities right now? Accountants right now should be going through the roof. Their phones should be ringing off the hook. But guess what? 30% of the accountants that I know in the market right now, 30% have decided to close their doors. Right? I'll wait this out and we'll get back to business when we can get back to business. They've told their customers that they're shutting down for the lockdown period, right? 30%. So where do their customers get help from? Where do those customers, when they're shut down, they're trying to ask questions and they're not taking phone inquiries, where are their customers going to get help from? They're going to go to another accountant. So second opportunity, hey, right now, a lot of accounting firms decide to close. If you're open, do you want to maximize or capitalize on all the people that your other accounting firms in your local area are not servicing right now? Can we put a campaign and put an offer right now out to the market to say, hey, we'd like to help you to take advantage of the stimulus packages right now and show you where you can get free money from the government, right? That's a great campaign that you can run on ads for people. And it's a great campaign for ads for an accountant to do Facebook and AdWords accounts. Right now, stimulus package application through our accounting practice, we have set up people specifically to help you to be able to gain access to that money. And by the way, right now, I think this is the first, this week or next week is when we as business owners and those of you in the Western world can take advantage of those incentives that are being put in the marketplace, right? So how is this market taking advantage of this opportunity? And right now, there's a whole bunch of people who aren't reacting, right? And who are out of the market. So these people here, right? These people here are the winners. But nobody knows that they're open, right? They need to be open. They need to let people know how to open. So not only are you going to market to your existing clients, you need to market to the clients that are available in the market, right? So they need to let people know what they do. They need to let people know what they do, right? Let people know two things. You are in business, right? And you can help. How are you doing that? Because I'm talking to businesses all day long, and I'm talking to lots of great businesses who are staying open, right, and letting people know that they're open. Remember, we've got agencies that we're working with that are bringing on clients from so many different genres of business: lawyers, plumbers, electricians, e-commerce businesses. What else? Training companies. Right now, training organizations. These niches are all on the upswing, right? Because people need their advice and need their help and they need to get access. And right now, everybody's sitting at home and they're searching. By the way, the search traffic from, I was just talking to an SEO specialist yesterday, search traffic in this last 4 weeks has more than quadrupled. Search traffic has more than quadrupled. It's just gone absolutely berserk in the marketplace, off the charts. Right? If you look at Google Trends and if you look at some of the tools like Ahrefs and stuff like that, you can see where people are searching, and that way you can go to the market and say, listen, I know there are people who are looking for these services. If you've got a service like this, we need to let them know that they can buy it from you, right? Into the marketplace. Yeah. So think about how you can apply what I've just shown. Think of the services businesses provide. Think of the services that are relevant to the current market. How are they educating their current market to take advantage of the things that are available to them, or to get the advice that they need so that they can stay in business? Right now, businesses need all the advice they can get, and they need your advice, right? So you need to think like, how does what I do impact on them? If you do Facebook ads, the Facebook ads need to reflect on recreating how the offer is done. You need to recreate a landing page. Remember, your message needs to be relevant to where the market's at. You know, right now it's really weird, but Peloton sales are going through the roof. Now, Peloton's not cheap. They're $2,500, $3,000 or $3,500 piece of equipment, and people are spending $2,500 to $3,000 on what will become a very expensive clothes dryer sitting in the home, right? But people are spending that money. Gym equipment right now going through the roof. Guess what? A lot of gym equipment companies shut down in the lockdown. They decided to close their doors. And some gym equipment companies cannot handle the orders. They're running out of stock to go to the market with, right? So, you know, there's a market that's growing, right? People still need contractors. Right now, if you think about it, we've come through 11 years of the biggest financial growth. We've had 11 years of financial growth in the marketplace. There's still a lot of cash in the marketplace. Still lots of cash in the marketplace. People are sitting at home looking at all their broken shit, right? Oh, I've got to fix those windows, or I've got to fix those toilets, or I've got to fix that awning, or maybe we said we're going to fix that kitchen. Let's go and fix that kitchen, right? People are writing lists right now of all the things that they need to fix, all the things that they need to spend money on right now. So think of all the businesses that are impacted by people's decisions right now, sitting at home looking for options. And here's the thing, if they can't find you, they can't buy from you. And if they can't find you, they're going to buy from somebody else that they can find. So big question, what are you doing right now to be visible? What are you doing to communicate the message that you're in business? What are you doing to keep the cash rolling in your business? Those are 3 questions that you can write in your campaigns in the market. We're trying to help people to do 3 things. 1, we want people to have their customers stay and to keep paying you. Number 2, we want to make sure that you own business and you can handle the inquiries that people are coming to you for and will come to you for. Number 3, we want to make sure that you are visible over and above your competitors, because this is an opportunity over the next 2 to 3 months to solidify your position in business, so that when people surge back into the market, that you take advantage of this boom, right? I've just given you an email campaign that you could just go and script out. By the way, these recordings are going to be posted in our YouTube channel and in the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group. So if you want to go back and watch some of the things that I've shared, because these are some of the things, what I'm sharing with you are things that you can be sharing with your clients. So questions, I'm happy to answer questions if you'd like me to help you in any way, right? What questions do you have? Questions. So Peter says, what I did, I offered a 50% deal for 2 months. So I waived off the setup fee, management fee, and the Facebook ad spent. If she doesn't take the deal, I'll offer the service, building a list of the ideal guests and nurture them into increased signups on the Facebook business page to one of her 291 competitor hotels around the location. What do you think? Well, ask her the question. Those are the 3 things. So Peter, so I need a little bit more context, but we don't have time to get into the context. But thank you, Nuno. So much gold right now. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. So here's the question. Here's the thing, Peter. In fact, Peter, I'm going to, do you have a microphone? If you've got a microphone, Peter, can you say yes? If you've got a microphone, yes or no? If you've got a microphone, let's bring you in on this call. Let's talk about this, because you've got 3 different focuses. So if you have a microphone, Peter Smith, if you can just type in yes, let's talk to you directly. If you don't have a microphone, I can't help you. Okay, so let me find you. Now I've got 2 Peter Smiths.
Yes, hello. There's a bit of echo.
Let me just, yeah. You there? You need to turn off your, you got it?
Hold up. Okay,
hang on.
Can you hear me?
I'm going to mute that. So, you there, Peter?
Yeah, just a minute.
One of are you on 2 devices right now?
I think my phone is connected. Hold up a sec.
So mute one of your devices, mute the phone, because you're getting that feedback. Are you there?
Yeah.
I got it. No. One of your devices has got the speaker on. You need to mute one of your devices.
Okay, just a minute.
You there? Okay. That's better. One of you had two devices and we're getting feedback. All right. So just to give context, so to help you out here, your offering, I'm just looking at the question here. So you're doing a discounted deal for her, which I really don't think that you need to do. I certainly wouldn't be doing a 50% discount. I think that's way too generous, because she might have, you know, the person you're speaking to might have money and you don't know that, right? So you got to be really mindful if you're going to give it. So here's the thing. One of the things you're doing, if you're going to discount your services, you're setting a precedent for pricing for this customer. So don't be too quick to give away your services for nothing, just for the sake that you just want to close a deal, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're not making any money out of the deal, then there's no point in helping this person. So what business is this person in?
So perfect. So the thing is, she has a hotel. So basically, she's looking to generate more ideal guests. So I'm going to help her to create a list to attract the ideal guests, and then from that nurture them for email sequence. And when she's ready, then they'll be ready for offers. So basically that's what I offered her, to help her to do that, because she doesn't know nothing about technology. Her website is not good, so I'm going to create a landing page to create a lead magnet, and that's that. Yeah, basically.
All right. So here's my question: is this a hotel that is for tourists, or is it a hotel for businesses? Is it a business hotel or a tourist hotel? For tourists. Okay. So nobody's traveling. Nobody's going to travel right now, Peter, for the next 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
She ways to service the market. Nobody's now. So my question is, where are there people staying in her hotel right now?
No.
Are there people staying in her hotel right now, Peter?
No.
So her hotel is empty. So my question is, who is going to stay? Like, is she in a tourist destination?
Yeah, she is. She's in Zanzibar.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry, Peter, but nobody's going to travel to Zanzibar in the next 6 months. Nobody's going to go on holiday to Zanzibar. The only people are going to go on holiday to Zanzibar are Zanzibarians, right?
Okay. That's the reason why I was going to build the ideal guest list. Meanwhile, just to get a brand out there to the right people.
She's got to look at options of her market are people like right now, and I don't know what's going on in Zanzibar. I don't know if they've closed their borders. I don't know if their airlines are still flying. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know the political situation or the economic or geo situation that's happening in Zanzibar. The problem that you've got is that business. She has to, like, she's bleeding money right now, and she has to try and find a way to turn her hotel into an opportunity. So from a tourist point of view, if people can't go to Zanzibar, she can't market outside of the marketplace. She has to look at ways of marketing internally. So how does she support maybe businesses in the local market, right? In her local market, that's where she needs to be thinking about. But right now, nobody's flying, nobody's going and taking vacations to Zanzibar. And if they are, it's people with a lot of money, people with lots of expendable capital. So the behavior of the tourist has changed. Destinations are changing. Right now, we live in Australia. We have an area called Cairns in the northern part of Australia. 80% of its business relies on tourism. We've just cancelled our school vacation breaks. So that city is crumbling right now. Those hotels can do all the marketing they like, but nobody can fly to come to those hotels, right? So they have to wait. They have to wait for travel bans to be lifted. So whilst what they're doing is they're doing different things. They're trying to cater to the local community or the local markets. In fact, one of the hotels up there right now is offering the opportunity for people to self-isolate in their hotels. They've got these self-isolation packages. So that's something that they're doing right now. But most tourist hotels have to wait for what's going on in the marketplace. Yeah.
So John, to who I can offer this service then? Because nothing's going to happen now. But is there?
No, she's going to spend she's going to spend money with you, and there's no result that you can deliver to her unless she can pivot or think creatively of who would like to stay at her hotel. That's the offer. Doing offers for her, waiting for people to come back to market on a tourism level. Tourism is decimated, right? It's absolutely decimated in every country in the world, and it's going to take a very long time for tourism to get back. Back in the 80s in Australia, we had what we call an airline pilot strike. That airline pilot strike went on for 2 months. That completely devastated the tourism industry in the northern part of our country because nobody was flying, right? No tourists, empty hotels. It took those businesses 3 years to get back to where they were before that airline pilot strike. 3 years. It's a long time, slow process, right? Now, I don't think it's going to take 3 years to get back. I think we're probably looking at about 18 months to 2 years is about an average in the tourism market for it to get back. But right now, travel or location or destination travel is not working. So my question is, how does this person pivot, right, their location to offer something different or to offer something that is relevant to her market right now? Because if nobody can fly to Zanzibar, it doesn't matter what marketing she does out of Zanzibar is not going to help her. Nothing that she does is going to help her outside of Zanzibar. So she has to look at locally what she's doing to attract businesses to come, to stay. Can she help with people with isolation? Can she help with people with remote working? What are the offers that she can do to help people to be able to work in, from their facility? Like she's got Wi-Fi. If she's got Wi-Fi, then she can set up virtual working situations for the local market. That is an idea that might work in her market, right? So those are the things. Those are some of the things that I would come to her. Email marketing to the ideal customer. Right now, there is no ideal customer. No one, unless she's a hotel that offers an event, she can't do an event. She cannot do events for the next 3 to 6 months. Right? Nobody's going to gather in a group. It's going to take us time. So she's in an industry that is highly distressed. The only way that industry can actually move is to pivot what their traditional markets are and look for other markets. So this idea of ideal customers, Peter, is not going to work for that hotel.
Okay. So basically, right. I can only help her with branding and awareness until things get back
letting
to normal.
people know that it's available, but that's a long strategy.
A long stretch. Okay. So my question, John, to who I can offer this service then? Like who would need
businesses that service-based businesses that are still open, right? Not hotels, right?
Okay.
Service-based businesses, plumbers, electricians, accountants, lawyers, insurance brokers, financial planners, IT people, IT services people, product-based businesses. There's like hundreds and hundreds of different businesses you can offer this to.
So basically the one that I need bookings and appointments and that's it, and who needs nurturing.
Yeah, and businesses that can operate virtually. Businesses that can operate virtually. Yeah. All right.
I get it. Because to me, the idea of the hotel was just to help her to like get her brand out. That's it for now. Just really so people get to know her. So once the market gets back to normal,
she would be better spending that money on pivoting an offer to her current market. How can she get local people to stay in the hotel? They can't use the bars, they can't use the restaurants, but they can stay in the rooms. Yeah, and maybe offering virtual office space for businesses who have to isolate. Maybe that's a package that she can offer in the local market. Okay,
perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks. Dano, I received an offer from a doctor on LinkedIn. He has a group of doctors that offered me to present to them. He's asking $280 for this. Any experience with this kind of offer? So Dano, I'm going to answer that question in just a moment. I'm just looking at some of the other questions here. Sam, I wonder if she would be able to barter hotel bookings in exchange for something that would slow the bleeding. Peter could take a commission for facilitating the exchange. Yes, Hassan, that's a possibility. Again, context, location, what's going on in the local economic market, all of these things are going to play a role, Hassan, for that to work. So yes, being creative about how you can perhaps exchange services to minimize the bleed of cash flow, absolutely. Asha, the easiest thing you do is if you go to just calljohnlogar.com and just jump on my, jump in the calendar there, just go to calljohnlogar.com. C-A-L-L johnlogar.com. Yeah. Dano, let me unmute you, Dano, because I know right now I think you're in Thailand, or no, Malaysia, I should say. All right, Dano, I'm going to unmute you. Hey, Dano, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yep, got you loud and clear. So
right,
can you just explain? Can you just explain this idea, just so I got this? You received
so
offer from
there was a guy on LinkedIn. He has and he contacted me through LinkedIn, and so he pitched to me. He said, "Well, I have this huge group of doctors. I don't know, 14,000 of doctors, and they do webinars for them. So they invite people to present on whatever topic, on medical topics, on marketing topics, and it sounded like a great opportunity to get in front of a bunch of doctors and tell them about what you can do with your website, with your marketing, and all that. But it came with a price tag, which a bit took me aback a bit. So I thought, oh, so now I have to prepare webinar and pay for presenting.
Yes.
And
that's what he's offering you. He's offering you his list of people to present to. So how much is he charging for you to do a webinar for his list?
$280.
That's pretty cheap.
I think that's cheap. Okay, so it's the first time for me. So I thought,
shit, I thought you were going to say, $2,000 or $5,000. But my thing is, even if it was $2,000, my question is, how many people are getting on the webinars? It's going to be dependent on the topic.
That's the question.
He
said something about.
Says, "I'll do it." Says, "I'll do it." There's a whole bunch of people. I'll do this. I'll do that. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So he's got a list of doctors. He's running a virtual. He's going to run a virtual event. How long is the webinar for?
I think around 1 hour. But the thing is, this is him going on with his list all the time. So he seems to do this like every second day. So these people might be a bit exhausted. So I think he's just, like capitalizing this thing.
So
as much as
how many
can.
people? How many people are hopping on the webinars? That's the question I would ask.
He said, his estimate was 200.
No, I'm not saying what estimate. I'm saying the webinars that he's running right now. How many people are jumping on the webinar?
Around 200.
Okay, so 200 people. So it's costing you essentially $1.08 per person, and you've got 1 hour in front of you.
Assuming this is all true, right? Because this is what he said. So I don't know this guy. He might just talking BS.
Mate, I would pay $280 for 50 people to hop on a webinar. I would pay $200 for 20 people to hop on a webinar, because one sale could be tens of thousands of dollars for you, right? So the question that I'm asking is, okay, great, this is a service. I think the value proposition is good. If they can get 50 people on a webinar, that's awesome, right? If you've got 1 hour for these people, my question is, what are you going to teach?
Yeah, that's the second big one. Yeah. So what are
the offer? So
So
my question is, so I've got other questions. What type of doctors, right? What type of doctors are they? Are they any type of doctor?
Mostly chiropractors.
Oh, that's okay. So chiropractors,
chiropractors and other physicians. He was suggesting some kind of topic. It was about injuries, influx of accident cases, and he said 80% chiropractors, physicians, medical doctors. So 80% chiropractors.
So my thing is, so the topic is, how do you operate? How can you keep cash flow running in your practice to operate virtually? That would be the way to go. So right now, but the thing is, what are the components being virtual? right? So there's the technology, there's the marketing, right? How do they get paid? So there's transaction, right? Can they do virtual consulting?
Yeah, these are good ideas. Yeah.
Can they do? Can they handle inquiries right now? What are they doing to let the community know for inquiries? Right. Right.
Oh man,
now you can pick.
I'll need this slide, man.
you can pick. Well, just write the notes. You're going to see the video on the YouTube channel. But here's the thing. Right now, like hell. 200 people on a freaking webinar for $280. That's a no-brainer for me. That's cheap. That is ridiculously cheap. But the quality of the participant is we need owners. We need people who are actually owning the clinic. So of the 200 people, maybe only 70 of them are going to be owners. Now that's still, like, from an acquisition cost, I only need one sale to sell a $36,000 package to help these people with. Like $280 to make $36,000 is a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're the consultant, Dano. Like, you're the one that's providing service. So I just told you the number one thing they need to do right now is they need to do virtual consulting, right? So to do virtual consulting, you've got to be able to transact online, and you've got to be able to use simple technology like Zoom, like GoToWebinar, to be able to answer the questions of your customer and walk them through an assessment to help them with their pain, right? You can do that virtually. The second thing is, well, how are people going to find out about it? So we've got to run a campaign to existing patients to let you know that you're doing this. And we've got to run a campaign. We've got to let the market know that they can still get help, that your doors are still open. So how do you do that? Facebook ads, right? Mate, this is gold. For $280, I'll be on there like shit. I'd jump on in an hour.
Okay.
Right? So what are you going to do? What can you do to help them, right? With where they're at right now. So the topic needs to evolve around being the virtual practitioner. Because right now they can't have patients in their clinics. There's a lot of restrictions right now because of COVID-19 in clinics right now. So for the next 3 to 6 weeks, right, at least for the next 4 weeks in the United States, they cannot. There's restrictions on how they treat patients. That's not to say that people aren't treating patients. They are, unless it's an emergency situation, right? But right now, the pivot is going virtual. There's two benefits of going virtual. The ability to have that connection with a client online in a comfortable space for that customer allows them to have a much stronger connection. Number two, if they're open to doing this type of communication with their patients in the marketplace, then this is going to change the face of their business in the future as well, right? So there's opportunity here right now for you. Where you can generate, even if you generated 2 or 3 clients out of 200 people, shit, that's $100,000 worth of business for $280. That's a no-brainer. Okay. Yeah.
All right. But you'll need to help me craft this offer,
This is a real good opportunity. Well, think about what you can deliver, Dano. It's not me crafting your offer. Think about what you can deliver, right? So you need to ask the question, what am I going to deliver to these people? How does what I do going to help them with what they need right now? Right? That has to come from, that's first. What are you offering to them? Then what's your price point? And then how is what you're offering going to solve their problem right now? And this guy is offering you the opportunity for $280 to put yourself, like I said, even if 20 people showed up, I'd still pay the $280. No brainer. Because I just need one customer to say yes. Right. And so from there, I'm going to give them an opportunity of the sales process. From there, I'm going to take them to, hey, look, if you want, this is my plan, this is my idea. If you want to talk about this, or if this plan is relevant for you, let's get on a call, right? Here's my calendar right now on the screen. Click this link, my GoToWebinar, click this link, right? That's a great offer. Peter Smith says, so cheap. Lex says, thanks. Everybody's saying this is cheap. Dano?
Okay. I'm convinced.
So if he's offering that deal, well, like I said, mate, even if 10 people showed up, I'd do the webinar. Because I've only got to close 1 in 10 to make $20,000 or $30,000. It's crazy. That's a good deal. This guy's totally undervaluing what he's delivering. I'm sitting there going, why is this so cheap? Peter says, just do it. Be Nike, just do it. All right.
Okay.
So yes, get your offer together, and let's we can have a chat about it. Hop on the Champions Work and Action session tomorrow, and we can talk about it there. Okay. So think about this opportunity. Thanks, Dana.
Okay.
So, Trent, John, I have 3 meetup groups. One for Sydney small businesses, 500-ish members, startups, 1,000-ish members, using HubSpot for business, 1,000 members. I want to create a Facebook group for one group to generate useful content and help them transition. Probably want to start with the SMEs. Any thoughts on one, how best to get the members come across from the meetup groups? Now, my first question to you is, are you the owner of these meetup groups? That's my first question. Yes, Asher, to answer your question. So, sorry, I'm just getting back to this question. So, Trent, you are the moderator of the group. So, Trent, do you have a microphone? Just type yes if you've got a microphone. Let's do this online, right? We're coming up to an hour and 19. I want to close this out. So, Trent, where are you, Trent? Let me just unmute you, my friend. Here we go. Trent, you there?
Hello, John. Hello, John.
Awesome. Gotcha. Yeah. So you own these 3 groups?
I do, yes.
Is this George?
This is Trent.
No. Oh, sorry. Your voice sounds so familiar. Sorry, Trent. I've got a person that sounds exactly like you that I know really closely, a friend of mine. So sorry about that. I'm thinking, wow, are you? Because some people use pseudonyms on these webinars, so I do apologize.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm the authentic Trent.
You're the authentic Trent. So Trent, if you've got 3 meetup groups, what you want to do is you go to the meetup groups and you want to sit there and say, right now, what you want to do is you want to work on strategies to help businesses, 1, to stay in business, and 2, to thrive out of this opportunity. So what I'm doing is I'm going to create a group here, one group called the Mini Boom Group, right? You know, I'm just throwing out the idea, the Mini Boom Group or whatever. But so right now, in this time, you need a strategy to be in business, to keep customers buying from you, and to have your customers pay you consistently. So you want customers to stay and you want customers to pay. And the number thing is you want to also open the door to the opportunity of the gap that's being opened in the market, in your markets right now, where you need to be able to be available to close that gap, because there's a lot of businesses that are out. So this group is only for people who want to actually stay in business and thrive. This is not for people who've decided to shut down. If you decide to shut down, we can't help you. What we're doing is we're establishing a group of businesses right now that are looking to actually be in business, to stay in business, and to thrive in business in terms of what we're doing. So I'm inviting you to come here, because we're only talking about strategies of generating cash flow, taking advantage of your incentives, looking at the way that you're messaging, and more importantly, pivoting the way you do business. That's the offer, right?
Yep. Right.
So Trent, from those business groups that you've got, ultimately, you know, your offer is pretty simple. Right now, you need to be found on business. You need to be found by the market. The market needs to see you, that you're visible. If you're interested in being visible, if you're interested in being engaged, and you are able to take transactions or clients right now, then we need to get on a call. That's the communication, Trent.
Yep, got it. And so you're recommending all 3 groups into one Facebook group, the Mini Boom or similar kind of.
Don't call it Mini Boom. That's just I'm just throwing that as an idea.
But what you're just what you're suggesting is one sort of catch-all Facebook group, and I bring all 3 of my meetup groups across, rather than creating a specific Facebook group for each. Is that right?
Yes. Just go, because right now they're all businesses, right? And what you want to be doing is you want to be talking to businesses right now that are actually actively, like, you know, if I'm thinking about, so like it goes back to that diagram that I showed at the very beginning, this diagram up here, right on my screen, right? Right now, if there's 6,000 people in those different meetup groups right now. Sorry, is it 5,000, 1,000, 1,000? How many?
Yeah, no. It's 500. So it's about 2,500 all up.
Okay, so there's 2,500 businesses in that market. I will guarantee you that out of that 2,500 businesses, there's probably about 800 businesses that have just decided to shut their doors.
Yeah.
And they have no idea if they're going to come back. They have no idea. They're stuck. They're screwed. Right? They're out. So of those 2,500 businesses, there's probably about 1,700 businesses sitting there, and of those 1,700 businesses, there's probably about 1,500 of those businesses who are trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah, right.
They're looking for options, right? Now, there's 200 businesses right now that are in your 5,000 businesses that are actually generating clients right now, right? So you want to talk to the people who are trying to figure it out, and you want to talk to the people who are actively generating clients. Because the people who are actively generating clients right now need to increase their capacity, and they also need to be able to scale with what's about to happen, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
mate, you need to hop on a call with me. If you go to calljohnlogar.com, just grab a time in my calendar, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, mate. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you being on this call.
Thanks.
Okay. To answer your question, yes. Brian says, have John do the webinar for you and take a small cut. Let me tell you, thanks, Brian. I really appreciate that. Look, I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to be on here tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, right? But what I'm going to ask you to do, what I will ask you to do is if you go to Consulting Unleashed. You go to consultingunleashed.com/go. If you go to consultingunleashed.com/go, there is a page there for you. On that page, there are some links, right? There's the link to this daily webinar. There's this link that's happened to this daily webinar. So at the same time, it is whatever time in the world it happened, an hour ago, or just a little over an hour and 5 minutes ago. It is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right now is the daily call. So I'm doing this daily right now. So I'm bringing in tactics, strategies. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. So if you want to join me daily, you'll be able to access there. There is a link to my YouTube channel at Consulting Unleashed on that page as well. That link will take you to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel and activate the alarm, activate the notification alarm on the channel, because what I'm doing is I'm uploading these videos into my YouTube channel. So when that uploads, it'll fire off an email or notification to you that the video is live, because I've done a lot of scripting in these videos. So you can go back and listen to the scripts, right, if you've been time stamping. Okay, so you can go there. Number 2, if you haven't already, go and join the Unleashed Group Facebook group. The Consulting Unleashed Facebook group. There's a link in the actual, on that page, consultingunleashed.com/go. There's a link for you there. For those of you who've got clients, and there's 2 things. You want to keep your clients, and you want to make sure that they're paying you or increasing the investment in your services, right? And you're looking to take advantage and acquire clients right now that are pivoting in the marketplace. I've got my calendar there. If you go to John Logar or calljohnlogar.com, you can grab some time in my calendar. Calljohnlogar.com, but only if you've got clients right now that you're trying to keep, and you're trying to increase their spend, and more importantly, you're trying to add customers that are actually pivoting and where you can take advantage. If you want some of my time, I want to help you, because at the moment there's 2 critical things. You've got to keep cash flow coming in, and you've got to make sure that you're adding cash flow to the business. So I'm happy to help you. So if you are in business and you've got active clients right now, if you go to calljohnlogar.com, it's on that page at Consulting Unleashed Go. You can jump on my calendar. Now, last thing, if you have benefited from these talks, can I ask you to share that page with others, to let them know that I'm on here every day talking business strategy, tactics, ideas, and ways to improve your business. I want to help as many business owners, because right now the market needs all your help. All of you here with your skills, with your affiliate marketing skills, Facebook skills, AdWords skills, copy, design. Right now, the market really needs you. They need you. The challenge that you face is, how do you engage that market? How do you navigate through finding those opportunities? So I'm trying to help as many people as possible to make sure that you are taking advantage of the opportunity we are in, because your skills are really, really important right now. Your skills are vital. So if you know people who are in the online space who are trying to help businesses take advantage or navigate their way through how they can maximize their opportunity with your skill set, can you please share that link to others, or share the webinar link to others? Because as I said, I'm hopping on here every day. The reason I'm hopping on here is because I'm exposed to so many opportunities and so many different markets right now. I've got some amazing people that I'm connected to that are sharing some of the latest tactical things and strategic things that are going to have a huge impact on business. So if there's one source of a voice of what's going on proactively in the market, let me tell you, I am on it every single day. So if you're feeling like you're getting benefit from this, if you feel that you know others will benefit from this as well, do you mind sharing this with other people? As I said, I'm hopping on here every day. I'm going to be posting this video in the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group. I'm going to be posting this video in the Consulting Unleashed YouTube channel. If you go to the Consulting Unleashed YouTube channel and subscribe, I've got over 185 business strategy videos in that channel. Lots of good information, lots of good strategies, lots of good tactical things. If you want my help, hop in here, ask me questions. Let's get clear, let's get focused, let's get out there into the marketplace. The other thing that I implore you to do is please practice safe distancing. Please look after yourself. Please reach out to one person, a friend, a family member, a client, a colleague, an associate. And with that reach out, just say, hey, just want to reach out. Are you okay? Is everything okay? I'd love to be able to just have a chat to you, just to be able to have that connection. So if you can reach out to people, letting them know that there's somebody out there that that is in the same position or the same boat that you are, that you can at least connect and have that conversation once a day to help people out. It doesn't have to be business related. I guess for me, it's more of a personal related. So yes, Consulting Unleashed, thank you, .com/go. Absolutely. That page will, okay, so check back in half an hour, because that page will definitely be up there. I don't know why that's not up. We set that up earlier on. Give it another half hour, it'll be up there. Okay, give it another half hour and that page will be up there. With that, I want to say thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you hopping on. I'm going to be here every day. It's the same link. I'll make sure we get that page up and running properly. I don't know what's gone on there, but we're having some fun with our interwebs, but that will be there. If we go to consultingunleashed.com/go, you'll be able to get to that page. With that, I want to say thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's call. As I said, if you know people who should be on here, share that link. Like I said, I'm here every day. I'm recording these sessions. You will get access to these videos in my YouTube channel, or if you're in my Consulting Unleashed Facebook group, you'll get access to these videos. Thanks everybody. Take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.